Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and peace and salutations to you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar, out here from the GMS Idaho camp. In this lesson, I wanted to just give some brothers some encouragement in some of the benefits of going out on the highways and byways, because this thing is all about learning the truth, only to be going out to teach the truth. Because the more you know, as scriptures say, the more, much more is required of you, roughly paraphrasing. So, you got it. Once you know even a little bit of this truth, like I always like to say, talk about what you do know and don't talk about what you don't know. Because as a body, we know everything. This brother knows more about history. This other brother knows more about, let's say, the law. This brother knows more Hebrew. This brother is really good at getting up-to-date articles. We all have our talents, and we're all a different member of the same body. But together, we know everything. That's 100% the truth. Because like the elders and apostles always say, if you're speaking 99.5% of the truth, you don't have the truth. So, our responsibility as Hebrew Israelite men from Judah all the way down to Issachar, because the whole tribe, 12 tribes are the priesthood now, is your responsibility to go out and teach your neighbor. Like there's a saying in the world, it's called each one teach one. So once you know this truth, get out there and go teach the truth. But this is prophecy, because never in a time of the world history has there been this many prophets on the scene at one time. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has always dealt with like a small number of prophets to lead Israel. But now that we're all over the place in every major city, on every single platform, everybody has a phone in their hand, there's literally no excuse for you to not know this truth. We all understand that the elect still ultimately need to be, woken up. But that's why we continue to put these video epistles out to edify the elect, to flood the internet with this information so that it's more of a chance for them to see it. Like we were at camp for 2 hours, almost 2.5, and we talked with one sincere guy that was going back and forth with the scriptures, which at the end of the day, he was bucking up against it. It was Issacharite that's been in the church too long, but he went back and forth with scriptures with us, and we gave him a breakdown on every single one. But hey, everyone has their own stumbling blocks, but we could be out there all day only to talk to that one person, because that person needs to know the message. Maybe the seed is planted, he'll go do some research, whatever the Lord's will may be. But at the end of the day, we're out there getting the blood off our hands. But this is a prophecy. The first scriptures I wanted to get is Ecclesiasticus 36:11. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning. Because Yashar Allah has always been chosen, even before we were Yashar Allah and called Israel. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai had his chosen people. Even in the time of Adam, you had the sons of man, which are the heathen nations. You had the sons of the wicked, which are spiritual Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the wicked. Then you had the sons of God, which are the chosen, which are now the Israelites. But before then, they were the Adamites, but their spirits are recognized, as being those elect. This is Ecclesiasticus 36:12. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast made thy firstborn. And that is talking about, the firstborn son, which inherits everything from the father. And in the second Esdras, the 6th chapter, around the 58th verse, it says that we are thy only begotten, thy fervent lover, apple of thy eye. These are all titles of someone that you're intimate with, because as scriptures always say, that we're waiting for our bride, which is Yahweh Shai, when he comes and gathers the nation of Israel, the elect, the 1/3 in the innumerable multitude, when he cracks the sky with those clouds. This is verse 13. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. And Jerusalem is not brick and mortar. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Because yes, it is a physical location, but it's not the physical location that makes that place a city. Just like a house doesn't make it a home. It's who's in that home. And that is Yashar Allah, people before it's a place. Verse 14, fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles and thy people with thy glory. And unspeakable oracles is going into the prophets, always going out and on the highways and byways, doing sit downs, lessons throughout the week, giving edification so that the sons of Yashar Allah can be woken up and lead their households accordingly. 15, give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. From the beginning, talking about the elect. The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. And raise up prophets that have been in thy name, because we teach the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, with everything that we do, because the name is what invokes the spirit of truth. And the name is of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is the only name that you can truly pray to and call upon in the time of need. And just in prayer to daily, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 36:16, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. And that's Yahweh Ratazah all the way to the end, man, enduring to the end. This is what it is to run that race. And I'm going to close this lesson out. I didn't want to do it too long to make sure that the video saves properly. But this always, kind of makes me tear up a bit when I'm reading it by myself, man, because this is beautiful, really. This is something that can't even be explained, that the world can never understand. This is 2 Esdras 2:42. This is the crowning ceremony. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great number, whom I could not number. A great number. Salaki, I'm going to start over. Just damn notifications throwing me off. 2 Esdras 2:42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number. And they all praised the Lord with songs. And that is the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And those songs, are the praises during the time that we're about to receive our throne, our crown, Salakia. 43, and in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. And that young man of high stature, which literally is taller than all the rest, standing in the middle of the elect. And the young man is showing Yahweh Shai that he didn't age, Tall, and upon every one of them he set crowns, and those crowns are your new names, your rulership position, your because what is a king? A king always is seen wearing a crown, because we're all going to inherit rulership under Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. So I asked the angel in 44, and so I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? 45, he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of God Yahweh. Now are they crowned and received palms, and palms is a representation of victory. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and give them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And that's why we're standing up with great boldness in the face of our enemies, and in the face of such as them that have afflicted thee. Roughly paraphrasing as a scripture. And that's these men that you see in these biblical arks, these places of sanctuary, the churches that are scattered throughout Babylon the Great and the world, preaching on the highways and byways, and edifying and building one another, which edifying means to build up with knowledge. Then the angel said unto me, 48, last verse, Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy God thou hast seen. So it's our job, man. Each one teach one. And this is what the prophets saw back in the day, for us to even understand more in the times that we're living in today. Back in the past they saw this, but it applies to us today because we're that much closer, man. Every day you wake up, you're closer. So with that being said, I pray this lesson be edifying and uplifting to the elect, along with the believers, while few number of Akwat that believe. In this, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakutas. Shalom, Makia.